Welcome, everyone. Welcome into Purple Lunar Rose Tarot and Astrology. I have so much to talk about, guys, but we're going to be focused on the cosmic influences for the week of June 25th through July 1st. So I see some of you guys jumping in already. I see Rashima was the first one in. I love you so much, Rashima. Thank you. Thank you. Hi, Sandra. Hi, Diana. Hi, Miss Tina. Let me know, ladies. Do we have sound? Can you guys hear me okay? Literally right before I hit the live button, the storm unleashed, right? So the clouds opened and the rain came. But I don't think it's too loud. I feel like it's going to be okay. Hi, Tracy. Don't forget, guys, we are streaming on YouTube and Facebook. Oh, thank you so much, Diana. All right, guys. So much to talk about. We had a big weekend, right? So if you're on this journey with me, you had a big weekend. So let's talk about it, right? Okay, so there's a lot of stuff that I really don't talk about on this journey just because it's like so far advanced. And I'm learning, right? I'm having my spiritual awakening, right? And I'm in this boat with you guys. I never come out here and I'm like, oh, I know all of this. Like it's literally happening to me at the same time, right? I just come out here and tell you guys that like it's happening to me too, so that you don't feel like it's happening to just you and you realize there's a lot of us. That's the whole point of PLR, right? All right, so let's get to it. So if you guys see on your screen, I'm sure you guys noticed the Schumann. I definitely just use a graph to show this particular chart. We're going to talk about that a little bit, what it is, what it means, and what happened with it this weekend, right? And then we're going to talk about some Mandela effects. I know you guys know what those are. And then we're going to talk about the astrology for the 25th through the 1st. And then I'm going to put it all together for you guys and tell you guys what I think is happening, right? All right, so let's start with the Mandela effect first, right? I think that's kind of fun. Guys, tell me in the comments the Mandela effects that you guys know of. I picked the heart because I feel like that's the biggest one that everyone is talking about, right? All right, so if I was to say, hold up your right hand and then put your right hand on your heart, where did you guys put your hand? So you most likely put it dead center of your chest, right? Um, I know this is going to sound crazy. I don't even know if I'm allowed to say this, but if you're a woman, I mean, I guess it doesn't matter who you are. If you got boobs, it's right in the center of your boobs, right? I think I'm allowed to say that word. I hope so. But hi, Erica. So, a lot of us here at PLR, if you're on this journey with me, this is going to be a big confirmation for you, whether you're a twin and you are on this journey with PLR, or if you just think that you're on this journey with PLR. If you're on this journey with me, then you're going to remember that your heart used to be a little bit to the left, right? That's why we put our heart hand over the left side of our chest, and that's where we remembered that our heart used to be, right? So those are going to be Mandela effects. And what that means is we've jumped timelines, and the timeline we're in means that this particular timeline has the heart dead center, right? So where we came from, it was a little bit to the left, and this particular timeline, it's going to be right in the center. So that means that your heart, regardless of whether you remember it on the left or not, is now in the center. All right, so that's timeline jumping. Let's get to that Schumann that happened this weekend, right? All right, so the Schumann is actually, I'm sure that some scientists, I may have spelled that wrong. I feel like I missed the E in there. Forgive me, guys. But okay, so this scientist made this. This is how I explained it to Miss Tina. Like this computer that measures the Earth's energetic vibrations, right? Measures them in hertz. And it's actually been studied, and they say that at certain hertz, these energetic vibrations can actually help humans, actually help heal our brain in certain ways, help with anxiety, depression, insomnia, things like this. And some people say it even can help with like physical health issues, right? So pretty interesting. Again, all science based. All these little smart scientists have gotten together and created this thing. So what happened this weekend, and why are we talking about all of this instead of just our regular June 25th through July 1st? All right, so this particular computer that measures these energetic vibrations from the earth, right, peaked at its highest that it's ever peaked. It did something over the weekend, over the 18th and the 19th, that it's never done before. It measured measurements that it's never measured before. Guys, this is significant. This means that something has happened that's never happened before, right? Now, what else is happening right now that's happening once in this lifetime? If you guys have been following me and you've been following all of our what I like to call our hot dates, right? Or our cosmic influence dates, then you'll know that Pluto has come back around and it has moved into Aquarius. And this was the first time that Pluto's been in Aquarius for 250 years. So that's the first time for us, right? And now Pluto is actually retrograde. So it's kind of sliding back into Capricorn. Okay. And what that means is Pluto, remember retrograde, it's going to be an opportunity to revisit that planet's energy. There's a typhoon going on outside right now. It's so weird. All right. But anyway, so sometimes I feel like something just doesn't want me to get the information out, right? It's so weird. But anyway, so, okay. This weekend, the Schumann measured these peaks that were so high. Again, once in a lifetime, Pluto moving back into Capricorn. This energy is going to show you that it's time for us to really decide what we want to keep and what we want to let go of. Remember, Pluto is death and rebirth. And so this is energy where we're going to have to go back to something where maybe in the last 3 months we thought we got away from it, but we're going to revisit it just to make sure that we're ready to actually get to work and change whatever it is, right? I feel like for those of you that follow me, follow PLR, we're on this very same spiritual journey, a very specific spiritual journey, right? This is going to be very impactful for us. This is my theory. Are you guys ready? My theory is that for the last 6 months, and I think that you guys are going to hear other people talking about this. Sandra, let me know. Did you hear any of this information today? Let me know when you guys hear it, because I know it's out there because, I found the information, but then I received these major downloads as I was preparing for this particular live. So I had to come in and I had to change the video. I had to add some stuff because this was, very unexpected. Okay, so here's what I think's happened. Ready? I think we've been timeline jumping since January. And I think we've been what I like to call being realigned, right? So for some of you, this could have been very painful, right? This could have been very challenging, difficult. And what I mean by that is you're really having to face some challenges, obstacles, blockages that you've kind of been ignoring, just really not wanting to face. Well, since back the end of January, you've been having to face them, right? Okay, so I feel like we've been timeline jumping this entire time. That's why come they keep getting all these high peaks. Now, mind you, this past weekend, it was the highest it's ever been, but we've had several weeks where there was these massive solar flares. There was these peaks that were never seen. I don't want to say never seen, but they were pretty high up there. And I think these were all times that we were timeline jumping, right? That's how come we kept seeing all these Mandela effects, right? Now it's all coming together, right? So I think what's happened this past weekend was the train coming in, right? The brakes on the train. This is the last stop. We've reached our destination. This is the timeline that we're going to stay in. And I was telling my friends today, if I had money, I would totally bet right now that we're not going to see any more of these types of peaks for quite some time. And the reason I believe that is because I really believe in astrology. I've studied it for so long and I can tell that it's factual. It's an amazing tool that Spirit has given us to use. And this astrology says we're not going to have these peaks. It's time to get to work. Pluto may be in Capricorn and you may be getting this feeling oh, I don't really have to do all this spiritual stuff right now. I promise you, by the time January gets here, I kept saying that, oh, you're going to do it when January gets here. No, guys, you're going to start doing it now. And by the time January gets here and Pluto moves into Aquarius, actually by November, when it moves into it for the final stop for 20 years, you guys are going to be pros, right? You're going to be professionals in implementing the spiritual lessons you've learned. And you're going to be pros in this particular timeline that we're in, right? So here's how, if you guys are wondering, what is she talking about? Is this happening to me? I got a test for you. Are you guys ready? It's the easy. This is what was given to me this morning. And it actually happened to me. And when it happened to me, My insides were crazy, but on the outside, I was so stoic. Oh my gosh, I was so proud of myself. Okay, so here's what you're going to notice. Ready? In this timeline, you're going to notice the people that got to go with you and the people that didn't get to go with you, like the people that had to stay. So the people that got to go with you, you're going to have the same Mandela effects, the same ones. The people that didn't get to go with you, they're from this timeline. So they don't know that their heart used to be on the left, right? I know it sounds crazy. But here's how you're going to notice two things. One, after I tell you all this stuff, you're going to want to ask somebody. If you're on a very specific spiritual journey, you're going to want to ask a very specific question to a very specific person. You're going to ask that person, where's their heart? If you're on this journey, I promise that your counterpart is here with you. But again, if someone answers and they say it's in the center and it's always been in the center, and I don't know what you're talking about, Rosa, it's never been to the left, then that person didn't get to come with you in this jump that we just made, right? Here's the second way to know. You're going to see people that were against you, or maybe not necessarily friendly, right? You're going to notice that all of a sudden, they're not against you. They're not an obstacle. They've been removed. They're still there, but they're no longer challenging you. And that's how you're going to know that you're on this journey with me, Rosa, having this spiritual awakening at PLR, right? All right, guys. So let's get to the hot dates. So January 25th through July 1st, get your calendars out, write these dates down, especially if everything I just said resonates with you. We're on this boat or this train or this plane or whatever it is together, right? All right, so June 25th through July 1st, there's actually it's like every single day. Cosmic influences. So starting on June 25th, we have Mercury and Gemini, and it's going to be square Neptune and Pisces. Neptune is really just kind of messing everyone up. It's just making everyone so confused. Like even the sign of, like if you have Pisces, wherever your Pisces is, like people think if I have a sun sign that's Pisces, well, Neptune's going to be really good to me right now. Not necessarily. It's just kind of for the last, I would say like the last 6-7 days, it's just been causing so much confusion. And remember, Mercury is communication and mental processing. So now it's messing with your communication and how you're able to process information that you're receiving. So I just want to say, do your research before giving out any answers. On June 26th is my sister's birthday. Happy birthday, sister. I love you. Mercury is going to enter Cancer. So this is actually going to make us all a little bit moody for about the next 2 to 2.5 weeks. Remember, Mercury, communication and how you process information, and Cancer, a very emotional water sign, right? All right, on June 28th, we also have the Sun in Cancer, and it's going to be trine Saturn in Pisces. This is the best day. This is my favorite day of the whole week, June 28th, teamwork. Remember, Miss Tina, I told you I was going to tell you about teamwork? June 28th, something's going to happen where you're going to bring your I would say soul tribe. Your soul tribe jumps with you in every timeline. So whoever your twin is, whoever your soulmate is, remember, soulmates don't have to be love relationships. And karmics, if you learn the lesson of the karmic, you can leave the karmic in the old timeline. I know. What? All right. So June 28th, the Sun in Cancer. Remember, trine means a triangle. They're working together with Saturn in Pisces. Teamwork. You're going to solve some really big problems. June 28th. Circle those calendars, guys. All right, June 30th, we have Neptune going retrograde in Pisces. Now remember, Neptune has been driving everyone bonkers, but this is why, because it was going retrograde. So now that it's actually in retrograde, the confusion is going to clear up a little. And I feel like we move out of this like fantasy land time that we've kind of been in for a little bit, right? It's more like 3D, more like it's physical, time to get to work type of energy. And we're really going to confront some harsh truths at this time. June 30th, guys. Big aha moment. Circle your calendar. All right. And then the last day we're going to look at is July 1st. And we have Mercury moving in Cancer, and it's going to be sextile Jupiter and Taurus. And this is going to be a good day for manifesting with daydreaming. And you know how I always say we can't just daydream, we have to actually take action towards those daydreams that we have. Yes, guys, you can actually manifest with just your mind, just thinking. But it takes some serious power to do that. It actually helps and brings things in a lot quicker if you start taking action towards those things. And I recently learned, are you ready? You want to know what brings in your manifestations in the quickest? Healing. That's it. If you focus on healing and focus on following your purpose, you'll manifest just by being, right? But yes, guys, this is going to be the day for manifesting with daydreaming. So take time to slow down, and you want to picture in your mind how you want things. This is going to be the day that it's going to work out without much action having to be taken, right? All right, guys, that's it. That's going to be the astrology. That's going to be the Mandela effects I wanted to talk about, and that crazy fancy Schumann meter over there. All right, I do want to do a very, I said do. I do want to have a collective energy reading really quickly just to see where everyone's at. I do want to mention, guys, just really quickly, we are almost monetized over here on YouTube. We are literally 2 videos away from being monetized. I'm so stinking excited. We've been working for this for 2.5 years now. As we gotten closer, we definitely struggled with our watch time as we went from, uploading videos to having just live straight out. I do definitely like the lives way better. I get to talk to you guys and interact with you guys. I love doing these free readings. It's definitely a way to balance my energy and give back. So I appreciate you guys always coming in here and participating. Absolutely. But I want to do a really quick collective just to see where we all are, because right before that Schumann meter went all wacky crazy this weekend, I was drawn to do a reading, and I actually talk about it. It was on Twitch. And I actually talked about how I normally don't do readings on Thursdays, and I was just drawn to do this reading, and I was learning to listen. So I jumped up and I did the reading. It was a twin flame current energy reading. Guys, I have downloaded that video. I edited the video at the beginning and at the end. I did not edit anything in the middle, just so you guys can see the cards coming out and you can hear what I'm talking about. This is a previously recorded live that I did over on Twitch, but this reading is so impactful. It's so important. And now here it is on Tuesday. Now I understand why I had to do that reading on Thursday, right? But I'm going to post that video tomorrow morning, guys, tomorrow morning. So if you guys could please hit that notification button. I'm not sure if it'll actually give you a notification. I've actually already uploaded one Twitch live and it did not send any notifications out. I think we're at like 10 views on that one. It is posted on my homepage under video. So if you want to check it out. And this video I'm going to post tomorrow. I'm actually going to post it as a premiere. So it is already recorded, but there's so much good energy and good information that's coming in this reading. And I think now that we have all the puzzle pieces, it'll be a lot easier to understand, right? That I really feel it's important to put this video out also. And I am going to put it on YouTube and Facebook. I'm going to do it as a premiere. So I will actually be here and I will be watching it with you. But I just want you to understand that I won't be able to do any free readings at the end of that one because, it is recorded. So just keep an eye out for that. And if you guys could help me by hitting the like button on those uploaded videos, watching them all the way through, sharing them with any like minds, it definitely would help trigger that algorithm. It's definitely a little shaky now that we've went from, now it only shows our lives. It's not going to show our uploads. It will once we get into a regular schedule of having uploads. And I do believe with the new monetization rules, you have to have 3 uploads every 90 days. All right, we're getting there, guys. We're definitely getting there. Yadu says, congratulations in advance. Thank you. Lots of work, guys. Lots of work. No paid, nothing. I definitely wanted to buy the ads. I wanted to do the Google. I wanted to Like I can't even advertise on Facebook. I'm just not allowed. Spirit just tells me it's important that our tribe is very authentic. It's important that I find each and every one of you one by one. I do feel like that's going to change over time eventually, right? But I do feel like at first it's just really important. All right, so here's what I've done. I've pulled out the Moonology Oracle. I'm just going to do a quick current energy. I'm going to clarify with the Gilded Tarot, and then I'll pull a guidance card. And then I will jump over and do those free readings for you guys. I do have that information scrolling across the screen. I believe I did messages from your person, general guidance, or a Talking to Heaven Oracle. I am offering paid readings, so if you want to ask a question or you want to do your own twin flame current energy reading, that information is scrolling across the bottom of your screen. And our moderators are here. Youngest son turning 16. Oh, tell him we said happy birthday, Sandra. All right, here we go, guys. Let's start with masculine energy first. All right, we have Believe in the Impossible. It's the blue moon. That's actually my favorite card. You have feminine energy. You're very close to achieving your goal. It's the gibbous moon. Bridging energy, we have nothing is yet set in stone. Ooh, that kind of made me a little shaky. All right, bring love into the situation is going to be on the bottom. Oh, thank you very much, Diana. Thank you. All right, so Believe in the Impossible right away. I'm getting like magic is real. And I think it's pretty funny because I pulled out magical times to do our guidance, right? All right, so I am kind of getting that energy with Blue Moon. Like there's something magical happening on the masculine side. This could be a manifestation that's coming in. Especially one that's like big, large, unexpected. Not unexpected, but more of like expected it to be less or expected it to be delayed, something like that. And then on the feminine side, you're very close to achieving your goal. Feminine's been working for something like really, really hard. I know for me, this has been like the obstacles with PLR and the monetizations following the rules. We've had to split Twitch, which I mean, I just, I don't know. Sometimes like, they say, hi, Pooja. You know how sometimes they say like, really trust your intuition and trust your feelings. Okay, I know that we're supposed to trust our intuition, but I'm having a spiritual awakening over here. So I have to like learn to listen too. And I'm having to learn what the difference between my intuition, spirit's guidance, and like my ego. So I'm just saying these are all three very difficult things to do. So I do get the sense that like we've been working really hard towards something. We've been hitting a lot of obstacles, but we're definitely very close to achieving the goal. Nothing is yet set in stone. I'm not really sure exactly what that means, so we will clarify. All right, let's look at Believe in the Impossible. Believe in the Impossible. What is the masculine energy having to learn to believe in? Wow, Queen of Wands comes out. So Queen of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but I feel like this is about being confident in their abilities. King of Cups comes out. That is my clue card for Divine Masculine. And Justice comes out. So Believe in the Impossible is going to have something to do with an injustice that was done to Divine Masculine, something that wasn't fair, wasn't made right. It happened because they lost confidence in themselves. And of course, it could have something to do with a Libra. All right, let's look at you're very close to achieving your goal. So we have 9 of Cups coming out. Look at that. Divine wishes being granted. I love it. Divine feminine. I just want to say, if you guys are on this journey with me and you've been implementing your spiritual lessons, we've been manifesting like left and right? But that's why I said what I said earlier, because I've kind of been getting it. Tell me if you guys, if this happens to you. I've learned how to raise my energetic vibrations. Okay, so let's say I wake up and I'm pissed. I don't know. I slept the wrong way, right? Now I know that I'm in this energy at this hertz level, this measurement, right? And I need to raise that measurement to a higher number, which means I need to raise my energetic vibrations, which means I need to go from like sad to happy, right? Well, there's steps to do that, and there's things you can do to raise those energies. And so I start doing those, right? This is definitely easy. Gratitude a lot of times can help you raise, like when you just start walking around your house going, I'm thankful for this, I'm thankful for that, that raises it, right? Okay, so then something happens and it drops, right? Like you can't maintain it. Like, how do you maintain it? And so that's why I said earlier, the best way to learn how to manifest is to start trying to manifest. I know, right? But in the end, that's going to be the answer. I think the reason we're all manifesting right now is because we need to learn about our personal power. We need to remember who we are so that we can do the rest of this journey. But do I think that we're supposed to be manifesting all this stuff from now and forever, and this journey is all about us and what we can manifest? No, absolutely not. I think it's bigger than us, right? It's more than that. So I think when we start focusing on our healing, on our awakening, on dealing with those dark nights of the souls and not running from them, on implementing our spiritual lessons that we've learned, my ears have caught fire. But it's like, as we do these things, we manifest as we breathe, as we walk, like everything just aligns, right? Like I kept saying, if we follow the purpose and not the person, it's like we're aligning to where our soul is supposed to be. So it's like the things come in that we want, right? It's like we don't have to walk around going, oh, I need to daydream, I need to take action, I need to write on a bay leaf, I need to burn a candle. No, you don't have to do any of that, because you just align, and then you just walk around just drawing in what it is that you want, what you want your reality to be, right? We also have this strength card, strong Leo energy coming out in the moon. I love it. I feel like, again, if you're here, if you're following me at PLR, the moon has always been important to you, right? The moon has always guided me. The moon has always been something that I felt was like with me when nothing else was. The moon is also the moon is how I learned about telepathy. Like that's how I learned about communicating with my twin, and you know, when you're not in the three, like when you're not standing next to each other, right? So I just think that we've all learned more about the moon and its phases and the importance of the situation. I feel like too, you're probably hearing a lot of other astrologers start talking about your moon sign, right? Like, remember when PLR came out here and I was like, oh my gosh, guys, it's your moon. Your moon sign is more important than your sun sign. People were like, what? What is she saying? But look at us now, 2.5 years later, other people are saying it too. Guys, your moon sign is important. But I think we've done that. We've done the internal healing. We've went within and found those answers. We've clarified all the illusions. We've released the fear. We understand who we are now, right? I can't say we released all the fear, because I think now there's new fear. You want to know what I think the new fear is? The new fear is, now that we know who we are we actually capable of doing what we're supposed to be doing? I think that's the new fear. All right, let's look at that. Nothing is yet set in stone. And guys, I just want you to know, like, I don't know what batch or like what group I'm in. But like I posted a video about it on my Facebook. Have you guys ever heard, I know you guys have heard people talk about like the indigo children, right? There's actually several generations. I fall in 1979, so I'm like right at the end of the indigo children, but I think I'm more of a healer than a teacher. So I feel like, I don't know, maybe I get both, who knows? But the next group is our kids, and our kids are called the rainbow children. And what's interesting is my son, my middle son, the most awakened person I know at like 22 years old, right? And there's a lot of them, guys. There's a lot of them. Look around. There's this younger generation. They're light years ahead of us. Now, I'm just saying, like, they're out there, and it's amazing to see. But he came home and showed me a moon rainbow. And like last night, right before I watched this video on rainbow children, And I was like, what's a moon rainbow? And I thought he meant like how sometimes you see a ring around the moon and it has like the colors. And I thought that's what he meant. No, this is an actual rainbow like you see in the daytime, but it was at night. And he had to use like his nighttime camera, you know what I'm saying, on his phone to get this picture, which by the way was just the coolest picture. I'm gonna make him send it to me. I should have made him send it to me so I can show it to you guys, right? I'm so sorry, but it was the coolest picture. I promise I'll get it. But coolest picture I had ever seen. And then he goes to bed, and of course I start watching this video, and it starts talking about rainbow children, and how the indigo children came, and we had this lesson. We were supposed to be teaching the world about unconditional love, but we failed. So then the next group comes in, but then they failed too, and now it's like this last group. I think the last group's going to do it. You want to know why I think the last group's going to do it? Let me tell you about my son Samuel. I shouldn't have said his name, huh? Oh well, too late. The trials and tribulations of being related to me, I guess. Okay, but so my son, very empathic. I was just telling Miss Tina, like very empathic, very compassionate. But he has, I don't know if it's like a cutoff switch or like a limit or like a protective barrier. But you know how like we're empaths and we go around the world and we just gather everybody's crap and we just let it sit on our shoulders until we learn to transmute, and then we actually do something with the energy. Until then, it just weighs us down. We become so angry and depressed and bitter, right? And then we go through our awakening, dark night of the soul. We learn to transmute. We get rid of all that junk, and then we walk around actually healing the world, right? That's what we do. Okay, so they're doing this without that step or that delay where they hold all that junk in themselves and then have to learn to transmute later. It's like they're born transmuting. You see what I'm saying? It's like they're just born doing it. They've already started. Like they're doing it without even like consciously thinking about it. You know what I'm saying? Like here we are having to have like spiritual awakenings and learn how to do this. And they're like, oh, you mean breathing? You know what I mean? The rainbow children. I'm just saying. All right, let's look at nothing is yet set in stone. All right, so this is interesting to me because I do feel like we just got off this train. Like we're here. It's not moving anytime soon. Pluto's here. It's time to face the music, right? The harsh truths type of situation. So let's see what nothing is yet set in stone is about. We have 3 of Swords coming out. We have 6 of Pentacles coming out. And we have 6 of Cups coming out. All right, so we all know that the 3 of Swords is going to be the healing, the purifying. The 6 of Pentacles is about assistance being given. And then the 6 of Cups is someone from your past, and it's also about reunion. So there is definitely this energy here about reunion. Something about reunion is not yet set in stone, which is pretty interesting because in that reading that I talk about, that I did right before that Schumann meter went, crazy. It was definitely an energy of union. So pretty interesting to me that I'm getting a little bit of a reversal with 6 of Pentacles energy. I know I don't read them that way, but it's just how the energy feels. And so 6 of Pentacles is normally this energy that says, like this person is handing out the Pentacles and it says you're getting help, you're getting assistance. The 6 of Pentacles sometimes can say that someone feels like they're being gypped. So I just want to say in this particular collective that I'm reading for, if the masculine and the feminine are not aligned, and I don't feel like they are, then it could very much feel to one or the other that the other is getting more or more assistance, more luck, more good things are bending in their favor, right? And I think that is the energy that is going to be the spiritual lesson that we're learning at this time. Nothing is yet set in stone. And I'm not trying to I'm just going to say it. Okay, so I feel like the feminine energy has been doing this work for a really long time. And they deserve the things they're getting. I'm not saying that the masculine hasn't or that they don't. But the only reason to me collectively, again, this is just, me on this journey, that this masculine has even accepted this journey is because there is this energy of manifestation. And there's this energy of manifesting money, pentacles, 3D things, right? And now all of a sudden it's like this masculine's on board. Like, oh yes, this is good. This is what I want to do. There's definitely an energy here of like the healing. The healing is the most important thing. And I think I said that. Like I think I said it twice. Like when we're trying to manifest, that's not what's important. That's not what we're here for. Spirit didn't put us down here as the indigo children or the rainbow children, whoever the heck we are, PLR, soul tribe, twin flame, soul connections. I mean, there's so many freaking labels, right? They didn't put us here for us to be focused on what we can manifest, right? Like what's good for Rosa. No, there's a whole bunch of Rosas, right? We're one. It's me and you and Diana and Sandra and Rachel. Hi, Rachel. You know what I mean? And Miss Tina. It's all of us. It's not just Rosa. So, and I'm just saying, as we move into the age of Aquarius, it's about us, we, the people, right? That's what Aquarius stands for. All right, let's close it out with some guidance. I just want to say, I think feminine energy is doing amazing. Keep going. I think masculine energy is getting a little bit of a rude awakening here. Because the focus has been on manifesting, the pentacles. Let's see, we have Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, always. We have strong Libra coming out with Justice card. Again, Pisces and Cancer with the Moon. We do have some pentacles. Some of you could be dealing with a Capricorn. You could be a Capricorn or dealing with a Capricorn. All right. Guidance to close it out. The Destiny card comes out. Surprise. Just kidding. Okay, it says acknowledge your mission, align with your purpose. You have gifts to share with the world. On the bottom, we have the Mercy card. Let compassion fill your world. Offer kindness to all living things. What you give, you also receive. This is going to be the one. Ready? Prosperity. Here it is. Focus on the positive, and more good will come. Give thanks for blessings, and they will multiply. Prosperity begins in the mind. All right, guys, that's it. I hope that was helpful. Bring a little clarity to all this crazy energy this weekend. I'm going to clean up, guys, and then I'm ready. I'm ready to do some free readings, see where you guys are all at. Erica, no communication at all. It's weird. Yes. No, okay. See, that's what I don't understand. How can there be no communication at all? Like no telepathy? Is there a block? Do you sense like this wall of, I don't know, concrete in front of you? Like, you see what I'm saying? Oh, I've seen that. Haven't gotten the package. I will definitely check with Sandra, but I'm sure that it's on its way. So you just gotta have to be patient. Rachel says, you all are dealing with me. I love that y'all. I almost said you all when I started. I love that y'all say y'all. It drives me crazy every time I say it. I'm like, oh my gosh, somebody's going to think I'm so unprofessional. A wall, definitely, she says. Okay, so that's super interesting. That's definitely on purpose. Then I have to start asking, is this a twin or is this a karmic? Because we're at the end of that cycle, and you guys know how I always say some of us are going kicking and screaming. And here lately, I've given out the secret that it's me. I'm one of the ones kicking and screaming. I'd love to say I'm having this spiritual awakening, and it's so great. And I listen, and I follow spirit, and I meditate, and I do all that. I mean, I do, but it's like I have to be forced to, guys. It's like spirit showing me, hey, you got purpose. You have to do this thing, and I'm like, right now. And I'm just saying, when I don't do it, spankings. Amy says we've had no communications with third party. Ooh, that's a rough one. I don't. Okay, so I'm not really sure what to say about the no communication because I went through the blocking. Remember, we went through the shutting it out and manifesting soulmates and Rosa trying to recreate the wheel, and then we realized that like the wheel's already here and we can't recreate it, and we just have to work with the energy instead of against it. I feel like energy opened up and communication opened up, right? So it's like I'm not, even if it's like 5D communication, it's still happening. You know what I mean? And it's like everyone knows. So when you guys say there's no communication, like not even 3D communication or like heart chakra communication, like that's kind of scary to me at this point. And so here I'm going to say it again, guys. It's very possible that you're having a spiritual awakening, but it's not this particular type of spiritual awakening. Erica, there's something about the word narcissist that's sticking out to me. Give me just a second because it's coming. Your twin cannot be a narcissist. It's impossible. We all have narcissistic traits. Every last one of us. I know. I hate to break it to you guys, but we're not perfect. We all have these nasty little traits, right? And we deal with them. When you're going through spiritual awakening, you heal them and you don't do them, right? But you had them at one time. But yeah, there's something about purging. So if your twin has some unhealthy narcissistic traits, narcissistic is such a word, right? Such a label. But if this person has these traits, they're going to come up, and they're going to come up because they have to be purged. So over the weekend, while that Schumann meter was going crazy, I was purging my karmic energies as well. I didn't even know what was happening. I was totally trying to blame someone else. God, I'm so glad he loves me. Have mercy. But anyway, I was like, this thing is happening because you're doing this thing. And he was like, yeah, no. And then as soon as he was like, yeah, no, I realized, oh, I'm doing this thing because I'm purging this thing. You know what I mean? I know, right? So yeah, I feel like you may see them, especially like the masculine, you may see them purging some, some nasty traits. And guys, when we're purging something, you know what happens? What does that mean when I say we're purging something? It means that we have to experience it again. Yeah, it means we're going to do it again. Rachel says, I'm still purging. Yes, it was very brutal, Rachel. It so was. Oh my gosh. I can't count the tears. But yeah, so, and guys, don't run from it. Don't run from it. Don't hide. Don't wipe those tears away. Squeeze the tears out. I mean, get it out. It's like the ugly that's just trying to get out. You got to just let it out. But yeah, like they're going to be purging these things. So they're going to start acting a certain way, but you're going to see them. You're going to see them see themselves, right? And they're going to be like, you know what? This is crap. Like, I don't want to be this person. I'm not this person. And you're going to see them start to fight even harder to not be that person. For some of you, this is the easiest one. Ready? The Playboy mentality. I can, share my cup of love with everybody and their mother. That energy. You're going to see that coming to like complete done. Completely over. I know, right? It's crazy. All right, everybody's like, let's get to the list, Rosa. Okay, Rashima. Rashima, of course, is first. Guys, you guys know where you're at on the list. I know that Diana's been posting it. So when I get to you guys, I need you to tell me, what do you want? What reading do you want? All right, so Rashima, you're first. Yadu, you're going to be next. Pooja. Pooja, I don't suppose that you have a I don't know, like a really famous social media account with like millions of followers where you do like spiritual awakening type of stuff. I think it was Sandra. Someone found a video with a puja that was doing, I forget what it was that was on the video, but it was like some type of like dance expression, energetic vibration, get it out type of thing. It was a beautiful video, and her name was Pooja. And she was like, oh my gosh, wouldn't it be awesome if that was our Pooja? I was thinking, I gotta ask her next time I see Pooja. I gotta ask her, are you famous and you're not telling us? I cleared my womb. Oh, Rachel, you are going through it. All right. What are Kenneth's intentions towards me after the communication we have had lately? Upcoming months. Thanks a lot. Beautiful. I love you, Pooja. I mean, Rashima. Rashima, that's a question. I think I did $5 for questions. $5 for questions. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Rashima, I'm going to pull Pooja says, I am not her. I love you, Pooja. Okay, Rashima. So I'm going to do a general guidance. I'm going to pull a general guidance, which means I'm going to pull, let me listen. Queen of the Moon. We're going to do some Queen of the Moon And so I want you to think of your energy. Look at Rashima confirms Playboy energy is done. Yes, I love it, right? Aren't you so proud of them? You're like, yes, right? And I mentioned too in this video that I'm going to upload tomorrow morning for you guys. Guys, make sure to come watch it. It may not give you a notification, but I promise you, I recorded. I was just drawn to do this twin flame reading right before that Schumann meter just went crazy. And I mean, this reading is amazing. But anyway, I was mentioning how in this period where Pluto went retrograde, they had this kind of like, I want to go back to this Playboy type of energy. But like spirit didn't let us, right? Because if you guys noticed, we're not allowed to take the old karma into the new cycle, right? For some of us, it's really weird things. Like I'm not allowed to drink. I try to have a beer and it like makes me nauseous or it gives me a headache. And I'm like, really, really, what now? I mean, I had to quit smoking. It's like all the nasty, dirty stuff that we all think is fun is like completely being ripped away. So again, remember when I say I'm having the spiritual awakening and I'm going kicking and screaming over here. I mean, of course I want to be a better person, right? Of course I don't want to be angry and bitter. Of course I want to have high vibrational energy. But I used to like, party and enjoy myself and have a good time. And it's like now I'm having to learn to have a good time in a whole different way, right? I feel like it'll grow, right? It'll grow over time. It'll get more and more, but yeah, like I'll get more excited about it, I guess. But if you guys ever hear my sarcasm, it's because it's me. I'm the one that's kicking and screaming. You guys are all going willingly. That's why you're here watching the video, trying to do the things. Oh, Erica sent stars. Thank you, Erica. All right, so here we go, Rashima. Think of your question. I'm going to get the Queen of the Moon out. Guys, free readings, I think, are messages from your person is what I put on there. General guidance. And then, of course, talking to heaven. Amanda, I think I said Amanda. Yes. Oh, Amanda sent stars too. Thank you, Amanda. Guys, I forget about those stars, but I want you to know it tells me. They're always like a month late, but it'll tell me. It'll be like so and so sent you a star, right? You want to do messages from your person. Now she says, now that we've pulled out Queen of the Moon. All right, we'll do one of each. Because I love you, Rashima. I love you so much. I appreciate you coming here early and being so patient. I just seen that everything's going to be okay card. I know that's so generic, but that's actually one of my favorites. All right. So Rashima is first. I'm going to put her up here just so we know who we're talking to. There we go. All right. So think of your question. Ooh. All right, so we have the peace card coming out. We have realization number 3 also flew out. It's the key one. It flew out with resistance number 25. There's something about like understanding that you had to let something go in order for the energy to start flowing. All right, but your question was about this person. Again, just think about your question because I'm just going to tell you what the meaning of the card is. All right, so the peace card says, that you're finding peace of mind. A lot of times with peace of mind, this is about boundaries. So it's like we're protecting ourselves. We have healthy boundaries. We enforce those boundaries. And when we enforce those boundaries, we have peace of mind, right? All right. Let's pull some messages. See what comes out for Rashima. I see it. All right. I have no regrets coming out. I feel like that's going to be a direct answer. What was your question? I got to go back up there now. I got to see what her question was. But direct answer to your question. Click. I know, right? What are Kenneth's intentions towards me after all the communication we have had lately? Upcoming months. Thanks. Peace of mind. No regrets. The person is definitely moving forward, right? All right, Rashima, I'm going to leave it there. I hope that was helpful. Rashima, I just heard it. Don't don't, sometimes the card can say that your restrictions are too tight. You don't want to have any regrets either. Like, don't restrict it too much because you're concerned about past energies. Rashima, we've timeline jumped. We're in a whole different timeline. Whatever this person, like, if they've hurt you, I mean, guys, do what you have to do to protect yourself, okay? But if they haven't and you're still communicating with this person, then this person, is definitely trying, right? Like, they're making effort. It's the Two of Cups, right? It's no longer that difficult, challenging situation. Now it's okay, I want to work with you, right? I want to put the same effort in. So don't have regrets or cause delays because you're focused or on something that's happened before, right? All right. Yadu is next. I've been seeing 777 so much. I think it's because it is the end of that 7-year cycle. And it's like, again, like I said, we're just not being allowed to take it into the new cycle. For some of you, if you're on this twin journey, I love you, Rashima. Thank you so much. For some of you, if you're on this twin journey, it is the third party, right? It's the third party that is no longer allowed. And you can try, but good luck to you. All right. We are nearing the 7-7 portal. We are, Rachel. We actually have, okay, so the third, I think it's Capricorn full moon. And that Capricorn full moon is right before Independence Day if you're here in the US. And I'm just saying, Pluto in front of the US, first time since 1776. I'm just saying it's pretty big deal here. I know, like, in astrology, a lot of times people are like, this is going to happen, and this is going to happen, and this is going to happen. And we're like, when is all this stuff going to happen? Guys, it happens. It just happens slowly. And so you don't see it until like after it's already done. And then you're like, oh yeah, Rosa said that was going to happen, but it took 6 months for all of it to happen, right? This week of like the 2nd through the 8th, whatever it is that we're going to do, where we have that 4th of July falling in that week, for PLR, that's going to be the astrology week to watch, because that's going to be the week that it's going to be so much in 1 week. Instead of it just being these little cosmic influences over a period of time, it's going to be like big things that you're seeing like on the news, and everyone's kind of experiencing it at the same time. And then people are going to start focusing on astrology. And it's funny because I went to that show, the Star Show with Miss Tina, the planetarium, and the guy put on such a show and gave us such helpful information. And then at the very end of it, he was like, but I really don't like astrology and I don't believe in it. And I was like, oh my gosh, thanks for ruining the whole show. I'm just kidding. His sarcasm. I mean, I'm sorry that he doesn't use the tools he has, right? But he didn't ruin the whole show. Some of it was pretty good. I haven't got success in career, and there's success for me in affiliate marketing or in YouTube. YouTube just lowered the restrictions. They just brought everything down. So, I mean, now is the time. Miss Rosa, you read my energy strongly. I was fighting him in my mind earlier about past events. I love you, Rashima. It's spirit. I promise you, it's spirit. Guys, if you're on this journey with me, my message is pull at your heartstrings. It's because we both have a twin flame, right? We both met someone, had this spiritual awakening, and it's like now we have something to do, right? I just want to say I'm doing my something. I hope you guys are doing your something. All right. Yadu. Okay, so it's going to be a question. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to pull some magical times, and I want you to think of your question. Due to shorts, YouTube long video reach was down. Oh yes, it's so true. If you didn't do shorts before, like if you were like me, Yadu, like I didn't do shorts. I did long video first. Like I came out and posted like, I don't know, 500 videos, all 12 signs for like 6 months straight, right? Until I burn out. And then I feel like it was taking off. I took my first break. I used to get like 400 to 700 views a video. And then I took my first break for 2 weeks. Like I took a 2-week break. And then YouTube stopped sharing them out, right? Like that was it. It was done. And then I had to go fight for them. But it had to be that way because I feel like if our channel had grown too quickly at first, we wouldn't have this tribe that we have now, right? So when I started putting shorts out, I definitely took another hit on long form videos. And then I just stopped doing long form videos altogether and I just started live streaming. I still put shorts out, but I rarely upload a video. Which apparently now we're going to be uploading 3 times every 90 days, right? Look at this. Yada says my channel crossed 2 million views and you won't believe it's not monetized yet. Oh my goodness, Yadu. I think I'm just now getting close to 100,000 views. Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen it coming. Yada, you've been putting in the work. I gotta know. You gotta tell us where's your channel? Where's your channel? How come we haven't went to go check it out already? All right. So keep your channel and your focus, and let's pull some guidance for y'all, please. It was a bunch. We have the nature card coming out. It's not upside down. I just had the whole thing upside down. It says sometimes all you need is to go outside, breathe the fresh air to remember who you are and where you want to be. Yadu, do my messages pull at your heartstring? Do you feel that tug inside your belly when you're listening to my readings? My purpose. I always say, I used to have this little sticky note that I put up on my wall. Spirit told me, write your purpose down and read it every morning. Because remember, I'm the one kicking and screaming. So I would get up and have to go sit at my table and do these readings. But I didn't really want to. I didn't even want to focus on this stuff, right? I was like, this hurts and it sucks and I don't want to deal with it. And it was like, I kept having to do it anyway, right? But my purpose is to remind you who you are. That's what I wrote on the little post-it. It's to remind you who you are. So if you're on this journey with me and you're having your spiritual awakening because you had this experience with this person, then you need to remember who you are. And then you need to put all that energy into that. Is your channel about your awakening? Like what service does your channel offer? You see what I'm saying? If your channel is not offering a service that's going to help other people in their awakening, because that's what we're here doing, then, I mean, is it possible you're going to struggle with that? Absolutely. Ooh, oh, the thunder. Did you guys hear that? Ooh, it was loud. But if your channel is about your purpose and you're having to be vulnerable like Rosa and you have to go out here and tell people about all this crazy crap that happened to you because you have to help other people because they have to realize that they're important too. You see what I'm saying? Then you get a little assistance. Then you get a little help. Then you're like me where you're at 980 subscribers and you start struggling with your watch time and then YouTube just goes, you know what, Rosa, we're going to lower it a little bit. You see what I'm saying? When you're aligned, the things work with you. When you're not aligned, you're going to hit one obstacle after another. All right. So you said it's just a different channel on Cricut. Okay. So what I would say is put something in your channel that somehow incorporates your purpose, right? So there's got to be something. So you say the answer is no, a different channel on Cricut. What's Cricut? Is it like are we talking about like the animal, like crickets? Or is it like a platform? Like what is it? And what do you do on that channel? See, there has to be like a service. There's something you're doing, but you're not seeing it as your purpose. You're not seeing it as like why you're here and what you're supposed to be doing. And if it's really not, like if it's really not helping anyone and you're just putting these videos out to just, I don't know, do whatever, I'm not sure. then I mean, it's probably not going to go anywhere, right? But if it somehow has something to do with you shining your light and showing people that you went through this awakening and you're having this experience and you can help them in some shape, way, or form, then you get that assistance because you tap into the collective energy. And that's how we manifest, guys. That's how we do everything that we do, is the collective energy. All right, Yadu, I hope that was helpful. You gotta tell us, Yadu, how do we find it? I understand if you don't want us all, like, spamming your channel, but message me because I would definitely like to go check it out. But yeah, spirituality is special for me. Cricket News, it's a sports-based channel. I see, Yadu. All right, you're going to have to figure out how to incorporate what you want to do with what you need to do. I feel like you're going to be like me. You're having this awakening, but you're not necessarily sure if you really want to. All right, Pooja. Pooja is next. Pooja, let me know you're still here. Let me know what type of reading. Perfect. You guys are on it today. I love you guys so much. Message from person. I saw him in my dreams today, but I don't remember what it was about. Okay, so you saw him in your dreams. So you remembered when you very first woke up that you were dreaming it, Pooja? Let me know. Guys, write your dreams down. Write your dreams down. Write down your first thoughts of the day. Like, let's say you don't remember your dreams. Just write down those first thoughts. Guys, dream journals, guided dream journals, blank journals are all going to be in the description box of this video. I do recommend that you go check them out. Very inexpensive journals that I created and published myself. I do recommend it. Tomorrow's the 21st, guys. Tomorrow is the summer solstice. This is the time where you want to go. I seen a video where the lady was like, go get a new notebook, go grab a new journal, and you get a pen. She actually recommends a green pen, and start writing down all the things that you're manifesting. Call it your positivity book. Put it all in this journal because this is time. It's like the new beginning is here, right? Like that's what this summer solstice energy is. It's time to get to it. Yadu says, yes, you are right about awakening and that I need to change my career. Yeah, I know, Yadu. I completely feel you. I understand how you feel right at this moment. Pooja, there are many visions, but first I saw him in our interaction and then other visions came in, so I don't remember what our interaction was. I heard, okay, so you're asked, it's not dreaming, you're, are you not together? Is there distance, like physical distance? And I don't mean like just a couple of miles. I mean like distance. Or it is just a couple of miles, but there's an energy in the middle, like a karmic. So there is distance. Okay, so then it's astral traveling. Yeah. Yeah, that's what you're doing. So I heard it when I was reading your comment. And that's why we're doing it. For those of us that are in like physical separation, there's like coming into the 5D, and we're actually having whole conversations up there. That's how we've started manifesting the way we have. But for some of you, it's a little bit, we talked about it. I want to say I talked about it in that video I'm going to post tomorrow. Guys, make sure to keep an eye out for that video. But yeah, like I talk about it in there, Pooja. It's astral traveling. It's the reunion of the soul. A lot of times people think it's got something to do like intimacy and sex, and they kind of just warp it all into this 3D nonsense, but it's really not any of that whatsoever. I explain a little bit more in that video that I'm going to post tomorrow, Pooja. So just kind of keep an eye out for that. All right. So message from person. I love that you guys love these so much. I mean, I guess eventually I'm going to have to go have them printed, right? Like, you can't, Erica. You're not going to be able to because he's got that wall. Erica, I have to do something after this live, but if you could please send me an email. And just remind me that I asked you to send me an email because I want to talk to you about the wall. But these readings, these messages, I always say, guys, these are from my own journey. Remember, I'm on this journey with you. Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and take that off because otherwise, there we go. That's a little better. There we go. There are things that were said to me on my journey, 3D, 5D. Their higher self messages. These are also messages that I've gathered from doing your personal readings in the Etsy shop. Guys, I do have a new listing in the Etsy shop. Please go check it out. Let me see. I don't want to. I think I posted it. I listed it like 2 or 3 days ago. I've only sold a couple of them. They're North Node moving into Aries listing. I'm going to explain to you what this means to you. July 17th, the North Node is moving into Aries. It's going to impact everyone. So, guys, if you're looking for a reading in the Etsy shop, this is going to be the one that I recommend. You can ask 2 questions with that reading, guys. Those are made-to-order recorded videos. And I do try to answer your questions in those readings. Your opinion of me matters. All right, Pooja. Your courage inspires me is on the bottom. Your person is trying to do something that's hard for them or challenging for them, and they're doing it because they know that you're watching, and they want your. It's not a blessing. They want you to. They actually know that you're not going to like it, but it's like they think that if they're loyal to this situation or this thing, that you'll focus on the loyalty instead of what it is that they're actually doing, right? I mean, they're actually being loyal to whatever it is, but it's like in the wrong situation. There's something off about it. But it's like they think, well, if I just keep doing it, then she'll see that I just kept doing it, right? I didn't give up, something like that. But it's like your opinion is very important. That's actually really collective, guys. That's going both ways, when my counterpart tells me I did a good job or I made a good video, I mean, it's like getting a pat on the back from like the principal at school. I don't even know how to explain it. Like, it's an amazing feeling, right? So it's definitely this energy of understanding, one, that you're the same, and understanding that you're both wanting to do good for the other is what I'm getting. All right, I'm going to leave it there, Pooja. I hope that was helpful. I remember a little bit that he was looking sad. Okay, so remember before Pluto made this, grand entrance, they were in a lower vibrational, sadder energy, right? Because they were in dark night of the soul, purging, that kind of thing. And then we had the Pluto moving into Aquarius. We had that 3 months. Remember, the 3 month was just a sneak peek. So they came out of their shell for 3 months. And really, in that 3 months, I seen my energies like release karmic energies. So I feel like that's what's going to happen when we finally move into the like final season of Pluto. So it's like, right now, they definitely could be going a little backwards, right? A little back into the depression, a little back withdrawn. But here's the thing, it's only going to be a little. Like Pluto, again, we're on this journey. This is Spirit's will. We're not allowed to just sit and hide in the garage, right? Like, we're going to have to get up and actually face it and actually do the things, right? I know. Thank you, Pooja. Thank you. All right, let me go find that list really quickly. Wrong one. Amanda, let me know that you're still here. Rachel, Amy, Erica. All right, let's go ahead, Diana. Let's go ahead and close that list. I think that's it, right? I feel like that's most of us in here. All right, Amanda says she's here. Amanda, are we doing Talking to Heaven? I have my Talking to Heaven cards. Look at me. All prepared. She says, I'm here. Grab my water. All right, Amanda, just let me know if we're doing a talking to heaven. Amanda is always helping me with my mediumship. Mediumship came with the journey, guys. Like, I knew that I was going to have to come out here and read tarot to other twin flames. I knew that I was going to be talking to people having the same spiritual awakening, but I did not know that the mediumship was going to happen. And at first, I felt really weird about it. I was like, I don't know if I even want to do that. But then I learned that, this is probably the best service that I can provide. So it's like now I jump at every opportunity that I get to practice, right? All right, here we go. Okay, so I just heard something weird and different. Amanda, you normally have like a list, like there's like a line of people standing, like I'm in a chair, and there's normally like a line of people behind me in the chair, right? Like there's one person behind them, another person behind them. And then we normally just pick one. Sometimes like they try to jump the line and just kind of like, oh, that's two, you know what I'm saying? But I just heard, think of who you want to get a message from. Think of who you want to get a message from. The rain is coming down. And the sun is like, I don't know, it's got that real pretty orange glow out there. Those clouds were heavy today, so I knew when they unleashed it was gonna come out. A lot of you guys run from the energy. Like a lot of you guys try to hide when you're purging. So it's like you try not to feel it again. If you start crying, you'll try to wipe your tears away and not deal with it. I know you do because I do. We gotta stop doing that. We gotta just let it come out so we can just get it over with once and for all, right? All right, Amanda, I hope you're thinking about your person. Here we go. And you don't have to tell me. Oh, sure you did. I was going to say, you don't have to tell me who it is. Well, I already knew, though, right? Like, I knew as soon as they said you could pick. All right, I love it. Oh, it was my time to go comes out, and I have become one of your guides. Amanda, the footsteps poem. Ooh, and the goosebumps. Can you guys see the goosebumps on the camera? Okay, it was my time to go. The footsteps poem. There's a poem. It's kind of a religious poem. I'm not trying to like specify any type of religion, but it's the actual poem that's important. And it said something about like you only saw one set of footprints, and Jesus tells him it's because he was carrying him at that point, at that time. I'm hearing the poem. I'm hearing it being recited. I have become one of your guides. Let me grab the book. Let's do that. It was my time to go. All right. Let me see. It's my time to go. It's a blanket. What is it? It's a blanket. Hanging in my bedroom. Oh, the footprints poem is a blanket hanging in your bedroom. There goes the goosebumps again. Girl, my leg hairs are gonna start growing. Dang it. Okay. That's so interesting. Amanda, I have a blanket. When my mom passed, my grandma got us all blankets, the girls. My mom had 4 girls. And mine is the Psalms 23, that I walk through the shadow of the valley. You know what I'm saying? That's my favorite. And she gave me that one without knowing it was my favorite. She just handed it to me because, there's no such thing as coincidence. Everything's the way it's supposed to be. But yeah, I heard it. I heard the poem being recited. So I love it. Big confirmation. All right, let me get back. I'm trying to find the page. I know. I feel like sometimes I'm being so rushed. I was like, I can't help it. I'm slow. All right, it was my time to go. I know that it feels like a dream and you can't wake up. Sorry. I know that it feels like a dream you can't wake up from, but please be reassured that every soul comes into the world at a predetermined time and also exits at a time it is meant to for its own growth. My ears just started ringing. Both ears. When I first came here, it all just seemed too amazing to believe, but now I see that there is a larger force and an incredible order to everything in the universe. Every soul has a cosmic plan it must follow. What you might perceive as an accident is merely a step in the cosmic dance. It's called Footprints, she said. Thank you for telling me. I remembered, I didn't know what it was called. I remembered the poem, and I remembered actually, like, my aunt, I had an aunt that had this hanging in her kitchen, and I just remember, like, the sand with the little footprints, in it. All right, I'm going to read, I have become one of your guides. All right, now that I've had time to process and learn from my earthly experience, I'm working through my remaining life purpose by helping you with your life purpose. It's a vicarious way for me to fulfill my destiny as you fulfill your own. Please know that I never interfere with your free will choices. Although it's admittedly difficult at times to sit on the sidelines and watch you make choices that I, if I were asked, would advise you to make differently. You've gotten this card before, Amanda, because I heard she said that. So it could have been like a woman that said it before, and it's like, now it's your son. Anyway, it says, if I were asked, I would advise you to make differently. As one of your spirit guides, my role is simply to love you. All of the love that you receive from your many angels and guides is your shield that safeguards you in the face of stress and fear. I'm being told to read that again. All of the love that you receive from your many angels and guides is your shield that safeguards you in the face of stress and fear. Our collective love is healing, guiding, and protective. And know that you can call upon me or any of your angels or guides for assistance or comfort. We're always here for you. And that's it, Amanda. I have to tell you one last thing. Me and Miss Tina were talking earlier. We had taken a trip to Red River Gorge. By the way, that's where my son had went and taken that picture that I was telling you guys about earlier. But I was telling Miss Tina about it because me and Miss Tina went, and when we went, like, Miss Tina felt really queasy. Her stomach was upset. She wasn't sure, like, why she was feeling that way. I'm going to say it's going to be the energetic pulls of the location that we were at. But anyway, Junior was with us too, and he even said that he felt weird. I felt nothing. At that time, I was in the midst of my dark night of the soul, and I was being highly, highly, highly protected. So it's possible that if you feel nothing, when certain other people are feeling some things, it's because you're being highly, highly protected. All right. Oh, thank you, Amanda. All right, Rachel is next. Message from person, please. Absolutely. All right, Rachel, think about who, because this is different, right? So let's think about who you want to get the message from. I got it right away. All right, let's see. This is what they want to say to you, but maybe feel like they can't. I need you to stay. Help me comes out. And we are mirroring each other. How interesting, because I'm not picking up that it's your twin. I am picking up, I see 911 everywhere. You may be seeing 911 everywhere, but I think you said it was 777. You're seeing number synchronicities. They're seeing number synchronicities. You could have manifested soulmate. And when you manifest soulmate energy here, and this could be like higher self trying to talk to you. I'm just saying. But when you do that, you could get the energy that you're marrying the person because they're aligned to you. That's why you've manifested them, right? All right, I'm going to leave it there. I hope that was helpful. All right. And I just want to say, Rachel, I need you to stay. Is that you? Is that your higher self? All right, Amy. Amy, let me know that you're still here. Waited patiently and let me know what reading we're doing. Like minds. Rachel, I just heard like minds. Thank you. Amy is here. All right, Amy, let me know. Let me know what reading are we doing. Are we doing general guidance, message from your person? Erica's here. Erica's next, I believe, right? Amy and Erica. That's right. You want to wrap it up after that, guys. All right, Amy, just let me know. Let me know which one, and let me know, Erica. Want to hear from my person. All right. I heard messages from the other side, Amy. I'm going to go ahead and use the messages from your person, but I think we were just getting confirmation of where. Oh, and I got to take them because they're in reverse. I do see I'm afraid to tell you something, but I don't think that's it. All right, so these all came out. They were stuck together, and they were the only ones upside down. So I'm going to say these are yours. The longing is deep. I can feel it in the pit of my stomach. I want you to try something, Amy. I want to say it's probably like a TikTok video or something. I don't know, guys. I've been watching these videos. There was one where they were talking about 3D separation. You remember, 3D separation doesn't just have to mean like your person has a karmic. Sometimes people pass away, guys. Like there's other reasons that you may not have 3D union with your person. I know, right? Like it doesn't ever occur to anyone. They're like, well, in my situation, it's only this thing. So they think only this thing can happen in everyone's situation. Like, no, lots of people out there and they all have a different situation. But there's this lack energy, Amy, and it's like I'm missing you. It's like I'm feeling the cord to the stomach, right? To like what connects you. And whenever there is separation, my ears just start ringing. Whenever there's separation or like long-term dark night of the soul, that pulling can feel stretched, right? Like you feel like you're being pulled away, right? Like they're getting even further away and you're like, what the bleep, right? All right. So in this video I was watching, Amy, the lady was talking. You can pull the cord back to you. So try it. Just try it with me. Just pull the cord back to you. And then you have to ask yourself, are you pulling that energy back to you, or are you pulling your energy to realign to where you're supposed to be, right? All right, so you are my light comes out. I feel like there's some higher self. That's definitely them trying to say, like, I'm trying to show you, I'm trying to guide you. Maybe you've seen that video too. I don't know. Did you get my message? Pay attention to any synchronicities. I just heard the word synchronicity, so pay attention to any synchronicities you're seeing, numbers especially. I just heard birthday. You may have seen a birthday or something that reminds you of a birthday, something like that. And I love you unconditionally comes out. All right, Amy, I hope that was helpful. Aww. That's going to be whoever is on the other side. I heard it right away. 111-555 and 8825. Ooh, 25. What's the 8825? Ooh, I've been seeing the 1222 also. And I always see the 333. How many of you guys are waking up at 333? Or 3? Or 303? I was trying to explain to my son. He's been doing the waking up at a certain time. Erica, it's your turn. Erica, let me know you're still here and which one we're doing. And I was trying to tell him that she says, what are my options? Message from your person, general guidance, or talking to heaven. But I was trying to tell him that certain times of being woke up, and this is again just from my collection of information from all of you guys, my journey, your journey. It seems like the midnight to 3 a.m. is the more darker types of shadowy energies, right? And then the 3 a.m. to, well, really it's just the 3 a.m., right? Like the 3:33. That seems to me like collectively for us here at PLR, it's like ancestral, right? Like that's more our angels, ancestors, spirit guides. And I think it's got something to do with the threes. And I know this is really going to throw a lot of you off because it's not about religion, but I feel like it's going to have something to do with that Trinity situation. Yeah. I feel like eventually we're going to learn so much about this journey. We're going to be so baffled. I feel like, I don't know, 2.5 years later, I look back at when I first started my spiritual journey and I'm like, I had no idea I was going to be where I'm at today, June 20th, 2023. And then to think that, like, I don't know, where are we going to be? I don't know, 2033, right? Like, it's just so shocking, so different, so much, right? Is almost to union. I feel like we are going to learn that we've always been in union, but I think we're going to learn how to, just like a tool, right? Like tarot is a tool, astrology is a tool. We learn how to use them. I think we're going to learn how to use union as a tool. Like we're going to learn how to tap into that energy, feel it, know it's there, and then actually use it in the 3D. We're actually doing it, but we're just doing it subconsciously. All right, messages from your person, Erica. All right, think of your person, Erica. Make sure to message me, email me, because I will forget. I know I will. I got some plans after the live, but I will check my email in the morning, and I just want to make sure to talk to you about that wall. We do have free will on this journey, guys. We have free will. But here's something that everyone should know about free will. If you're on this journey with me, if you're like having a spiritual awakening, if you met someone that catapulted your spiritual awakening, if you have purpose and you're out shining your light and you're helping other people and you're of service, you don't have free will. I love you. Free will is delays. That's really what it is. Your purpose is to teach unconditional love, to share unconditional love, to send unconditional love, to transmute everything into unconditional love. Like that's what you're doing here. Now, how you do it, I mean, everyone's is going to be different. Not everyone's going to be PLR. Not everyone's going to read tarot for twins, right? Not everyone's going to talk about astrology. Everyone's going to have like their own way they do something. Erica, I will always have hope comes out. Your person is buckling. I know you don't see it, but they are. And the reason the wall has been put up is for their defense. I know that you're thinking it's against you. And I know you're thinking like they're mad at you, or like, if this was me, I'd be like, oh my gosh, they must hate me. Oh my gosh, they must never want to talk to me again. They must whatever. No. It's all the opposite of all those things you're thinking. And it's definitely like I heard bulletproof. It's like their bulletproof vests, right? So here's where we go into that free will thing. I'm just going to tell you now, Erica. Let's just do it now. You won't have to email me. Let's just get it out. Ready? Because this could help lots of people. When the wall goes up, it's definitely our walls, right? It's us saying like, I can't deal with this, so I just put this wall up and now I don't have to deal with it, and now I'm treating you a certain type of way. You think you've done something wrong. You see what I'm saying? Now this energy has gotten all chaotic, but really it's them trying to protect themselves because they can't lose hope. They just can't. It's impossible. My counterpart actually told me this in the 3D several times, and it's because it's absolutely impossible to, right? Like, I mean, sometimes I feel like they want to, they wish they can, and collectively, Erica, collectively, right now, masculines are not necessarily super happy with feminine. The feminine has awakened them. The feminine has made them face these harsh truths that they were trying to, fake out and pretend like, they were something else, right? And it's like now they're being faced with it, and now more so than ever before, because the astrology says spirit's done with our games, spirit's done with us playing. This is spirit's will. We have something to do here, and it's going to get done. I mean, we can be lazy, we can say we don't want to, we can run, and then spirit just comes in and maneuvers, and you have Dark Night of the Soul, and you're sitting here at Miss Tina's reading tarot to Twin Flames. So I'm just saying, like, we're gonna do it one way or the other, right? So just know that your person is not against you. It's not like an I hate you type of energy. This is I'm trying to protect myself because it hurts, right? I'm healing is on the bottom. That's what I was going to tell you about the wall. If you want to take the wall down, Erica, put everything you've got, everything, into you right now, and that wall will come down. I mean, I'd bet you money on it. Anytime we focus on ourselves and we focus on this purpose, because that's what we're supposed to be focused on, remember? Not the person. Anytime we do this, we align. And that brings in the people that are supposed to be there. But guys, right now, it is so important that we know who we're talking about. I feel like a lot of you guys could have so much confusion over who is who. You only get one twin flame, guys. There's only one. It happens one time. It catapults your spiritual awakening. You don't got to like who they are. In fact, you probably don't. Twins normally meet in a really nasty time of their lives when they need to become better people, right? I think it's funny that like twins are always bragging about how they're having spiritual awakenings. They're like, oh, I'm having this spiritual awakening. I'm zen. I'm enlightened. I love everyone. You know why we have twin flames? Because we're really stuck in some nasty, ugly karmic cycles. And it's like these ugly karmic cycles need to end. So our soul has to come over to us and be like, hey, stop doing that. You see what I'm saying? That's why we're here. So I'm just saying, be cautious. Make sure you know that this is your twin and this is the person that you're working with. That way you know what steps to take. Soulmates are givers, two givers. They want to work together. If there's a rift in a soulmate relationship, both people will jump in equally and try to fix it right away. That's a soulmate, right? Karmics don't try to fix anything. They're users, they're abusers, and you're going to repeat that karmic lesson a billion times if you have to, until you finally learn the lesson. When you learn the lesson, you move on. You never deal with that person again. Make sure you know who is your person, right? All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. I love you guys. Thank you so much for coming in here. Jamal Beal, I've just been through a bad time and now going through a rough time. Will me and my ex start talking again? Jamal Beal. Look at me trying to charge for questions. Isn't that something? Erica says he's definitely avoiding me. He is, but only because it hurts. I just want to say, imagine trying to avoid someone and spirit doesn't let you. Can you imagine what that kind of challenging energy would be, right? All right, I don't see Jamal Beal anymore. I think like we missed him. I was totally gonna pull a card too. All right, guys, thank you so much for coming in. It hurts because you're fighting against the energy. You gotta fight with the energy. Fight with the energy. I know I'm always saying work with the energy. No, guys, it's a battle. We're definitely it's a spiritual battle for sure. Jamal Beal says, I am here. All right, let's see. All right, start talking again. What was it about? The astrology. There's something in the astrology. Hold on, I gotta go back to my notes. July 1st, Mercury in Cancer, the manifestation. Picture it. Oh, here it is. Jamal, ready? Jamal, it's going to be June 30th. June 30th, Neptune goes retrograde. So Neptune has us all a little bit hazy, a little bit not sure what to do. When Neptune goes retrograde, it's like fantasy land ends. We kind of all get to focus. And that's definitely the day where I said we're going to have to face some harsh truths, right? All right, let's pull a little tarot, see what we get. You got 10 of Pentacles. That's a big yes, right? To your answer. It's a big yes. But it's also about manifestation and goals. So remember, July 30th, Neptune is going retrograde. So it's going to give you an energy of fantasy land. Time is over. It's time to get to work. July 1st is a good day for manifestation through the mind. So you want to picture them calling. You want to picture your conversation. Jamal, how are you going to feel when you have that conversation? As soon as you can feel how that would feel like, then the phone will ring, right? All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. I love you guys. Thank you for coming in here and hanging out with me. I appreciate you guys all so very much. Make sure if you're new, you hit that notification bell to all. Don't forget, guys, we are on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Tomorrow, I will be uploading that very special Twin Flame Energy update that I did this past Thursday, right before the Schumann went crazy. I can't wait for you guys to see it. Make sure to let me know in the comments that you got to watch it and let me know what you think. As always, I'm always sending all of you abundant love and light on your journey. Have a good night, guys.